Hi all. Today I am with Sanam Sahito. Sanam Sahito is registered professional engineer with APEGA. He is a geotechnical engineer. He graduated from Iran University. Also, he did masters in Canada. So let's ask some question with Sanam. So, Saint Jason, thank you so much for giving us time. So my question is to you. First of all, please briefly tell us about yourself.
My name is Sanam, family name Sahito. I work as a geotechnical engineer for 10 years in Pakistan, and I did bachelor in engineering from Iran University. Then I came in Canada in 2000 to get the masters, and I did the masters in geotechnical from Dalhousie University. After 2003, once I complete masters, then I got admission in PhD. Same subject, geotechnical and ground control engineering. But once I completed my coursework, then I got one job offer in geotechnical, and I moved from Halifax to Calgary. And since that day, still I'm in this industry, working at different locations, different companies. In addition to that, sometime I work as a consultant in the field of geological exploration. But majorly, I work in geotechnical and foundation engineering. The other question you may ask that basically the skills of geotechnical engineering in Pakistan and Canada more or less same. I mean, techniques is the same, but the difference is only computer skills. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, there was no any concept to use the computer. I mean, computer is a tool for the reporting, for the designing, or hydrology modeling. There was no such tools available in any industry. But once I came here, I started to learn all these skills, I mean, in sense of computers. So here different softwares are being used in industry. One is a very famous one, that's Geotechnical. That is to be used for what we call it, reporting system. Just like if you make borehole logs, and other index testing. Index testing means Atterberg limits, factors, and sieve analysis, triaxial test, and compaction test, and different tests related to the soils and rocks that are to be reported in the software. In addition, this software has another facility. If you want to draw some location, just like say foundation locations in AutoCAD, it has a addition tool of AutoCAD that you can use it.
So that's fine. My question is, that's really good. But my question is, if there are any new engineers coming from Sindh, especially as a new immigrant, what tools he needs to have essential for to getting a job here?
Well, first thing, once they come here, they have to learn some software. Because if you don't have any background or some knowledge about even which softwares are being used in industry, Because first question they will say, which software you use for, your job. If you cannot tell them name of these software, that everybody understand that you don't know about this field. Doesn't matter how much you say, okay, I'm expert, I can, do the foundation design, bearing capacity, blah, 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 but nobody will, believe it, because you didn't mention that what software you use. Just like, say, GeoStudio is being used right now for slope stability, for seepage, for ground modeling, and the other one is some software for rock sciences are being used for settlement calculation, foundation design. So if you don't know about these softwares, means then whatever you will be talking to, they won't feel or they won't smell anything regarding your field of specialization, that you know this thing or you don't know this thing.
So right. So how much do you know about these software? Those software are available in Sindh. Those software aren't available in the Sindh, and people who came here, they have to do it here.
Well, I left the country 10 years before. At that time, nobody was using those software. When I came here, I learned some software in school when I was in school, and some softwares I learned in industry.
Okay. Then second question is, if somebody comes here and he learns those software, after that, what he gonna do? He just apply for a job, or still he needs some more courses? Either he has to go back to university and do his master's or PhD or any diploma?
I think better choice is to go to school, because in the first instance, once you come here, and on that degree basis and the skill what you have back home, it's a little bit hard to get job here, in industry, because mostly now is the time of specialization, so everybody asks to have a master's, particularly in geological engineering or rock mechanics engineering or civil, but civil mainly focusing on geotechnical engineering. Major you will take the courses related to the rock mechanics and geotechnical and soil mechanics. So now this time is for a whole era, but we are running of that specialization. So on the bachelor basis, it's a bit hard until unless jobs are overflowing, and then you can catch one of them.
Okay, so how you see the scope of geotechnical engineering right now and after 5 years in Canada?
Well, scope here in Canada, not only Canada but globally, there's a good scope for geotechnical engineering. Every company who is involved in construction, structure or something, they need geotechnical engineering, because without geotechnical engineers' help, you cannot design anything, because you don't know the soil profile, you don't know the strength of soil, you don't know the bearing capacity of soil. So means you can, and you don't know the groundwater model, this you don't know. So you cannot design anything until and unless you don't know all this soil profile and water profile of ground.
So if I summarize this thing, so there are the three things. First is, if the new immigrant come, he has to have those softwares. Second is he has to go back to university and do his degree. And third, there is a lots of scope for geotechnical engineer. Is there anything else you want to add on it?
Well, true for this one, because it's not mandatory all the time that you do the masters. But I will encourage everybody to do the masters, because some skills that back home are not well addressed. So, but once you come here in a school, you will learn all these things very easily. And software, this is very mandatory. Doesn't matter what qualification you have, bachelor or master's, because if you don't know the software, nobody will give you the job, because major design works come with the software. Reporting, design, settlement, all with come with the software. Even if manually you can do it, but it's not acceptable here.
Okay, so thank you so much, Sanam, and I hope our viewers will like it. And if they have any questions, concern, they will ask you. So be ready for their questions. Thank you so much.